Two top Defense Department aides, including one of Secretary Pete Hegseth's close advisors, were escorted out of the building as part of an investigation into the leaking of sensitive information. Multiple sources also tell NBC News that more people may be implicated. NBC's Courtney Kuby is covering this story for us. And Courtney, what else do we know about these officials, their job status, and where this investigation stands?
You know, they've both been suspended or placed on leave, and this is all part of an investigation into the disclosure of classified or sensitive information here at the Pentagon. Now, this investigation began on March 21st when the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth's chief of staff, announced in a memo that he was ordering the department to undergo this investigation and look into where some of the sensitive information was coming from that was being reported in the press. We don't know exactly what stories are involved here, Chris, but defense officials say it is more than one that's involved here. Now, fast forward about almost 4 weeks from then, yesterday we found out that in fact 2 of Secretary Hegseth's closest advisors had been escorted out of the building yesterday as amidst some potential role that they played in this disclosure of information. One of them was Dan Caldwell. He was a senior advisor to Secretary Hegseth, who he has worked with and known the secretary for more than a decade. Officials here say that not only did they have a close professional relationship, but also the 2 men are friends. Not only him, but also Darren Selnick. He's the deputy chief of staff here to Secretary Hegseth. Also someone who came to this job with a professional and personal relationship with Secretary Hegseth. The fact that the 2 of them have been identified was really jarring and surprising to people here in the Pentagon, Chris, yesterday. But as you mentioned, we are also told that this is just the beginning. We should expect additional people could be identified as part of this investigation. Now, in that memo, the Secretary's chief of staff also said that as this investigation would unfold, he expected that he should be informed of individuals as they were identified as being potentially being involved in the disclosure of information. And at the end of it, there is supposed to be some sort of report that's provided to Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. The Pentagon won't give us really any information, just saying they have nothing more to add to this investigation. Chris?
Courtney Kuby, I know you'll keep us up to date.